This should be on. Okay.
Not yet. Yep, it's underneath the table. Yes, of course. Let's just hear your vocal. Yep, 1 sec. That's why. Cool. I just need to get this hooked up here again. Okay. That's good. That's good. What the heck? Why does something always break? Yep. Yeah. Oh, all right, ready?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that loud at all.
Cool, let's. Yeah, something just changed here, so I'm trying to fix that. Yep, it's muted. Here we go. Yep, let's test that. Why does something always happen? Now let's hear that guitar. There we go. Keep playing guitar, please. That's on.
It's on now. It's either
Great.
on or off, eh?
I just had to mute it so I could.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
More still. Still a little hot.
Sorry.
Still a little loud.
Yes. Just a tiny touch. Maybe a tiny touch more. Hey guys. Thanks. Yeah.
Yep. Why does this keep happening? Where is my phone? Jack's connection thing is not working.
The video, the visuals.
Yep. You can see everything up here while I connect to this. So here's 1, 2, and our waiting screen.
So you are on the waiting room as well, letting people in.
Yep. This thing doesn't want to work now.
Yeah.
It's so funny. This stuff always works perfectly until like 2 minutes before the service. And of course, Jack doesn't answer. That's fine. Yes.
Is it just me or is there no sound?
There's sound.
Oh, I hear you. Okay, thanks.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Look at that field of daffodils or
Dandelions.
dandelions. That's the word. I love
Dandelions are good.
dandelions.
I'm sitting in the middle of it.
I see you. I see you right there. And yet your sound is so good. Ah, shalom. Here we are. We have our own little cohort, just us.
Let's see.
Shabbat shalom. If we don't count Tech and the rabbi, we're halfway to a minion. I have a new background. Do you like it?
Yeah. It's like tie-dye.
It's a bed sheet, a hospital bed sheet that I tie-dyed. I've got all these funky green screen backgrounds, but I thought, well, I just hang it up behind my chair and you can't see the wall behind me anymore.
Nice.
Gives the spiders privacy.
Looks like a fun project.
Yeah.
I've been tie-dyeing for years, and if I remember, I was doing a project and I had dye left over, and I was like, what can I tie-dye now? I've run out of things to tie-dye, so I grabbed a sheet. It turns out to be one of my best projects.
Yeah.
If I get tired of it, I'll turn it into a dress.
I was thinking that when I saw it.
I think that might have been my original idea. But it makes a good curtain. Oh, wasn't today a beautiful day? We finally got a little bit of rain and the temperature cooled down.
Nice. Summer day.
Enjoy every.
I'm in Maine and we finally got a little bit of sun. So
It's feast or famine. I mean, my garden is so dry. I went and I put some water down, and when I checked underneath, it was only
Still
wet
dry.
down 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah. Takes a lot of water to
yeah.
make it wet.
Yeah,
Like a nice steady all day rain. That's
yeah,
what we
and
need.
I've got a garden here at the house, but I don't have a lot of water in my well. And so I don't want to overdo it. So I do a little every day, but I'm at the community garden and there's no water source. So I bring 6 buckets and fill them at the local spring and then carry them to the garden and then go back and do it again and again.
We have a
It is.
dehumidifier. We have a dehumidifier. The bucket fills up in the cellar. So I lug that upstairs and put it on the crabapple tree.
There you
Poor
go.
thing, it's thirsty. Yeah.
Well, 3rd year of a drought. We have to conserve every bit of water we can. Hello, Marlene.
Hi.
Ghost projects.
Shabbat Shalom.
Very same to you.
Shabbat shalom.
We can have our own song and dance here. They don't know what we're doing, you know. I went to
Let me get my
services.
guitar.
I went to services last week and I never knew who was on the Zoom call because it was never, you know, you can't see the Zoom people. So
At the service.
I went to the service. It was
Nice.
it was nice. It was nice to be singing with people, but I feel like I'm still not ready to be in large public groups. It was emotionally hard.
Yeah.
Can you mute everybody?
There's a way to put the Zoom callers up on a screen because I've seen it and technically I don't know.
Hello. Can you hear me out there on Zoom land? Yeah, hi guys. Yes, I can hear you very well, Claudia. You can start miming too.
And Matt, can you post the prayer book in there Welcome to all those here with us. And hello, Liebermans. Prima Ba'im. Welcome to some new faces here with us as we lift up community for those new to JCOGS and visiting again after the pandemic, family and friends joining together in person. And for some of us, it's been a while. And so we just take in this wonderful moment to join back together. And also, let's wave at folks at home. Welcome to the Slutskys, to Claudia and Marlene, to Elaine and Uncle Billy, and to Alice as you join us for services. What a delight to be here all together as we start a new chapter, or at least a new book, with the book of Devarim, book of Deuteronomy, that we begin this Shabbat together as we wind our way to finishing our Torah. So those at home, please prepare your candles, and I'm going to invite up Sandy to come light candles. Please join as you're able, rise as we light candles together. Amen. We'll do it one more time so folks at home could hear. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Please wish each other Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We've been unmuted. Or
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Hey.
She's a man.
She's a New Yorker. I bet you anything.
Shabbat
Look at-
Shalom.
Look at all those pots and pans. Are those all cast iron?
Page 16 in your prayer books. Page 16. Shalom Aleichem. Welcome, angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni Leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem Leshalom, Malachei page 22 and 23. Let's read responsively in the English here. These are words that bring us into this season. Tomorrow night we bring in the holiday of Tisha B'Av, where we remember all the calamities that have befallen our people. And so there's a tinge of sadness in this Shabbat, as we know that even as we begin it, it ends with a day of mourning. And with that, there's this push and pull of how we relate to God and the ways in which we have missed the mark, as the rabbis have pointed us towards that it's as we mourn what has happened, we're also recalling and thinking about in this high holiday season and reflecting on the ways we've missed the mark. So with this psalm that begins our psalms for Shabbat, let's read together. And it begins joyfully, as this Shabbat does, but ends mournfully. Come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us acclaim the rock of our redemption. For the Lord is a great God, a sovereign exalted above all called gods.
God's hands are the depths of the earth. God's feet are the heights of the mountains.
The sea belongs to God who made it. God's hands formed the dry land. For the Lord is our God, and we are God's people. We are the sheep of God, lovingly sustains.
In the wilderness.
When your ancestors repeatedly doubted me, even though they had witnessed my great deeds.
That generation wearied me, questioning and misunderstanding my ways.
Therefore I vowed in my anger that they would not enter the promised land. 3 lines from the bottom, a melody that came out of Jerusalem, Nava Tehillah. Arbaim Shana Akut Bedor Vaomaram Tohei Levavem Arbaim Shana Akut Bedor Vaomaram Tohei Levavem Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Arbaim Shana Akut Bedor Vaomaram Tohei Levavem Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai. Bottom of page 26. 2 lines from the bottom. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright in heart. Or zaru ala tzadik uleishte lev simcha. Or zaru ala Lecha Dodi. Let's take a moment and think about the week that we've had. Whatever has brought us to this point. Let go of anything that needs letting go of. Maybe your shoulders are up here. You can just bring them down. Feel whatever tension in your body and just let it soften a little bit. Let's take a deep breath together and exhale. There's a custom to bring two melodies into Lecha Dodi. So here we go. Lecha Dodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat, ekabela, lo tevoshi. שועשייך ורחקו, קום מבלייך יסיס עלייך, אלוהייך ימסוס חתן, על כלה לך דודי, לקהל כלה, תנשה. שמאל תפרוצי את אדוני, תריצי על ידי, בין פלצי ונשמחה, ונגילה לך דודי, לקהל כלה, שבת אקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה, ובצהולה תוך אמונה, עם סגולה בואי חלה, בואי חלה לך דודי, לקהל כלה, This is much more fun with clapping. Shabbat shalom. Page 50, you can stay standing as we say the Baruch together. But first with these words that are not in your prayer book, I'll feed you the lines. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening? Are you listening to my prayer? To my prayer. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Am I prepared? Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Please have a seat now. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים. Page 52. אהבת עולם בית ישראל. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 54. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. Continue on our own, the rest of the Shema, 56 through 59. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 60, 6 lines from the bottom. Mi chamocha b'helim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh. Page 63, let's read together in English. Help us to lie down in peace, Hashkivenu. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and awaken us to life on the morrow. May we always be guided by your good counsel and thus find shelter in your tabernacle of peace. Shield us, we pray, against our foes, against disease, destruction, and sorrow. Strengthen us against the forces of evil which abound on every side. May we always sense your loving care, for you are our merciful God and sovereign. Guard us always and everywhere. Bless us with life and peace. Praise to you, O God of peace, whose love is always with us, who shelters your people Israel and protects Jerusalem in love. Amen. Page 64. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Page 66. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה Vimaru, Amen. We take a few moments in quiet prayer. The words on the page 69 through 76, the words of the heart. Shalom Bimroma Uyase Shalom Alei. Page 76. Vea Kol Israel Ve'imru Imru Amen. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, imru, Amen. The back of your Sidurim, you'll find a prayer for healing. I invite you to take out that card. And as I look around, you can add the names of those in need of healing. For those online, I invite you to add those names in the chat box as we lift them up. Mi shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, bless and heal.
Robert Kazelton. Gary Rustard, Boss. Michael, Abby, and Morty.
Ben Chayil ben Yamin, Avram ben Mordechai ben Rachel, Moshe Chaim Mindele, Yehudit Badratzi Veovadia, Dina Appel, Dvoa Lieberman, Linda Schiller, Barbara Girk, Sarah Howell, Mario Sr., Chaya Gila Bat Yonina, Uziel Keshet Yuda, Chava Mayan, Harav Yitzhak ben Elihu Vechaya, Jonathan David ben Yocheved Ve'Avraham. Along with all those named here and all in our, along with all the among those who are strength to and all of them. God, let your spirit and we know time of complete healing, healing of God and healing of the spirit, speedily and soon. Let us say, Amen. Of healing. give a prayer for. Would you be willing to read for us? Hold on a second. I'm going to give you a microphone. Is that working for folks online, Matt, or should I give him this one? No, it's not working. What? It should be working now.
Rock and Redeemer of the people of Israel, bless Israel in its pursuit of a flowering of redemption. Send your light and wisdom to Zion's leaders and advisors, and help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of all who work towards safety, justice, and democracy, crowning their efforts with success. Shield the land with your love, and spread over it your shelter of peace. May the time be near when all its inhabitants and neighbors dwell together in security and everlasting peace. And let us say,
Amen. And Judy, would you be willing to read a prayer for our countries? You want to grab the microphone? Thank you.
Our God and God of all peoples, bless and watch over our countries, the United States of America and Canada. Bless our diverse inhabitants equally in the light of your presence, that we might build together a society based upon principles of tolerance, justice, and compassion. Inspire our leaders with your good counsel, that they may act wisely for good of all our citizens and all peace-loving people throughout the world. May peace and security prevail within our borders and beyond, and let us say amen.
Amen. You can return your cards back to the back of your siddur as we sing this prayer for peace. Thank you. Olam chesed yibane, yananai, nai, nai, yananai, nai. Olam chesed yibane, yananai, nai, nai, yananai, nai. Olam chesed yibane. I will build this world from love. I will build this world from love. Ya-na-na, na-na-na, and you must build. And you must build this world from love. Ya-na-na, and if we build this world from love, ya-na-na. Then God will build this world from love. Ya-na-na, Olam chesed yibane. Ya-na-na. Little Torah before we conclude this service. In this book of Devarim that we've just begun on this Shabbat, we have a collection of discourses by Moses, who has at this point lived a pretty long and harrowing life, starting off in a basket, ending up in a palace, and then comes to the end of this journey of almost the end of this. And the ugly encompasses our Torah. And so this series of verses that describe, that is Moses describing and going back to tell the stories of what happened in the desert to this next generation, the generation that is ultimately going to make it into the promised land. And he starts off on a very low note with Devarim as he talks about first the promise of getting into the land. That's the high notes, I should say. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to them and to their seed after them. So here's this land that you're going to have. But then right after, Moses goes into, well, yes, get what your ancestors said. This was and still is and has been a way in warfare as you scout out the land and see what the and who are my enemies before me and how will I possess this land. And so they go into the land and they come back with these very bad reports. 10 of them come back and say, we're never going to possess the land. We are like grasshoppers to these giants, and we'll never make it. Moses and God see this as a great sin, and the Israelites are told, because of that sin, you're not going to make it into the promised land. 38 years later, Moses is reminding this next generation of this. Back in the book of Numbers, Nechama Leibowitz, a 20th century Israeli scholar, says that back in the book of Numbers, when we're talking about the spies, Moses acts as a historian. This happens, and this happens, and this happens. Here in the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy, he is now delivering a moral discourse. He's making a moral claim on what happened with the spies. And specifically, calls on statement that they should not forget what their ancestors did, that they went astray before God. So he also makes mention of the fact that the people initiated this idea of sending. This wasn't God who said, go out and check out the land, but it was actually the people. And that in and of itself was already a marker of a lack of faith. Okay, some might say yes, it was, you go out and you spy, and that's what you do in warfare. But to God and to Moses, that was a lack of faith. God is saying, this is your land. You're going to have it. Look at all these miracles that were passed. And so in this moral discourse, Nechama Leibowitz says, but in his admonitory discourse, Moses recalls this detail that it was the people who had initiated the idea of the spying out of the land, not because it was not known to his listeners or consisted of anything extraordinary, but simply to be able to draw a moral, to emphasize the direct responsibility of their ancestors for their actions. It was your idea, and you messed it up, folks. They had wanted to send the spies in the first place, and their responsibility for what happened afterwards was even greater. He wished to stress this point more forcibly on the descendants of that generation. So here we are on the cusp of Tisha B'Av, what I will say is one of the high holidays. It is really the launch into our season of the Chagim. I'm a rabbi, so I'm thinking about the high holidays a lot, okay? So, and there are others in our community who are as well, and making plans, and who are we going to see, and what family are we going to be with? Well, Tisha B'Av is really the launch, because when you think about Yom Kippur, right, thinking about all of the things we've done wrong, and Tisha B'Av is really a part of that too, right? How this day where we are in mourning, to think about all that has befallen our people, we also think about where we have gone astray. The first calamity that happened on Tisha B'Av, our rabbis claim, was the spies. That sin is deeply embedded in this holiday and in this season. So we're here in Shabbat, right? A joyous day, but we also, and we should be in that joy, and we should be in that rest. But it's also a day of reflection, and it also really gets cut a little bit short as we think about Tisha B'Av that's coming. So we would do well to consider how our ancestors have missed the mark in this season, and what we might do better as we remember our past and build a brighter future. Shabbat Shalom.
I always thought it was the golden calf, and I thought Moses took credit for the water. I thought that's why he couldn't get in. It was because of the spot, or is there some ambiguity?
It's yes and. Yeah. Yes and. Yeah. Why Moses didn't get in was because of hitting the rock. The people, the spies, the golden calf.
All together.
Yeah. Well, I pick one sin. 118. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol l'atei Bereshit shelo amanu b'mishpechot ha'adama osam chelkeinu imahem v'gohor aleinu chavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim ve'yosef u'moshav yekushizo Eloheinu Einod Eloheinu Elato Ve'adat hayom ve'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim bottom of 120. V'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
Ushamo
Please have a seat.
In a moment, we'll say the mourner's Kaddish on page 124. This week in the life of our congregation, we remember Eva Spiro, mother of Helen Levy, Gary Jacobson, late husband of Wendy Jacobson, the daughter of Emily Rosenbaum, Norman of Judith Tischler, Perichnia, Phyllis Jackson, mother of Anne Hawkins Nash, Rebecca Savage, grandmother of Linda Zamville, Richard Aronson, brother of Joan Katz, Robert Schwartz, father of Hirsch Schwartz. And we also mark the end of the for Jill Slutsky as she honors her mother, Elaine Abbot's memory. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 124. Page 124, for those in mourning or observing Yortzeit, please rise. Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma Divra Chirute V'yamlich Malchute B'chayechon U'v'yomechon Chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala V'zman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam L'amei Almaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'imru Amen. We also remember here Alice's grandfather, Mendel Kornitsky. May their memories be for a blessing. A blessing. Few announcements out in the community for those who don't know this wonderful program out of the United Community Church of Morrisville, Breakfast on Us. You can come and get nutritious breakfast there Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. And they're looking for a cook for Tuesday mornings if you want to try your hand at breakfast. A few announcements. Tisha B'Av is tomorrow night. We at 8 p.m. Next Thursday we have meditation at 10:20, and next Friday we are not meeting here under the big tent, but down meeting in Mad River, and you can RSVP for that online, and we will also be on Zoom, so you can join us one way or the other. July 24th, that's a week from Saturday, is Dar Klein's Bar Mitzvah, better known as in these parts as Barbara Stern's grandson. And we're excited for them. July 24th at 10 a.m. Folks are invited. You're welcome to come in person. Just around the corner, stay tuned. We've got another couple of dates for some Kibbutz conversations that are coming up, and a way to connect to members and get to know one another in a more intimate setting. So stay tuned for that. And please save the date for our big barbecue and fundraiser and auction, August 22nd, 5 p.m. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's board. The JCOG's board is putting this on, and we're hoping to have a great turnout. So if you're around, August 22nd. We will have veggie burgers, don't worry, Moni. Yeah. And I forgot to do simchas. But I didn't forget. Don't worry, I brought it back. Okay, Moni and Beth are first. Hold on, we're gonna pass around the microphone though, so people at home can hear. Moni and Beth get the microphone first. I know you do. I know you do. All right. Hold on a second. There we go.
If me and Beth looking kind of skinnier, like losing a couple of pounds, do we? A little bit? Okay, so it's okay. My pants, look at my pants. I don't have belt. I have the, never mind. So the reason is not a gym or swimming, because that I do all the time, but I don't lose anything. So we bought a house, and that's nice. Thank you. But the reason is that I'm working, and she is very hard on the floor, the wood floors. And since I didn't want to hurt that wood that is very sensitive, I do it by hand. So for a whole week doing that, I think I lost 5 pounds. Yeah.
So
You'll have to come visit us in Hyde Park. So it's bittersweet that we've changed zip codes, but we're excited to be in the northern area.
Titchatshu. Enjoy. Simchas. Simchas.
Is this
Let's
on?
keep that mic on. Yeah.
Last weekend, with friends from all around the country, we got on airplanes. We haven't seen each other in years. We planned it in the height of the pandemic. We went to Chicago and saw each other. We hadn't seen each other for years. And what a beautiful city. I had no idea.
Wonderful.
We are celebrating Edie Sebastia's 94th birthday.
Edie's
Very
94th birthday. Edie is here with us. Everybody wave at Edie.
93. And we have our dear cousin.
We love you, Edie. Can we sing Yom Huledet Sameach to Edie? 94 years?
93.
That's
93.
unbelievable.
She's not
That
a day
is
over
amazing. What's that? Yes, you're not a day over 93, said your niece. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. Mazel Tov. That's amazing. That's amazing. We're so happy. Yay. Other simchas. Hold on.
First of all, Art and I are very happy to be here after more than a year and a half. And this week we celebrated Art's 75th birthday.
Wow.
So that's a big deal.
Mazel tov.
That's a big deal.
That's great. Other simchas. Just to call out, there's a few new folks here, and just so happy to see you all. Anybody want to announce? I'm going to put you on the spot. Maybe you bought a house in the area. I gave it away. Introduce yourselves, please.
Sure. Hi, I'm Barry Epstein. This is my husband, Doug, and we just bought a home here in Stowe, and this is our first time up here during this time of year. So nice to
Mazel
be here.
tov.
Thank you.
Mazel tov. And would you give us a little introduction?
My name is Ane Dutton, and I'm from Johnson. I'm a recent graduate from the college up there.
Yay. So happy to have you. Anyone?
Oh, we have two lovely cousins visiting us.
Cousins visiting. Matt, can you turn that mic up a little? From?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Nice. Welcome. Over there. We're doing up these simchas.
I'm Glenn Hurwitz. This is Amanda Hurwitz. These are our daughters, Daisy and Claire and Connie. And we're up here for the third year in a row. And our plans to buy a house here last fall fell through. But we're renting a house this summer and very happy to be here. So thanks for
So
having us.
happy to have you.
Hi.
Welcome. Oh.
Okay.
Over there.
Me and Yona are going to sleepaway camp for 3.5 weeks starting on Wednesday.
Yes. 3.5 3.5 weeks of camp for Yona and Adar. Very exciting. Camp Galil. All right. All right. Good. Any huh? Any other I can call you out, but you could just raise your hand. I could. Give a little, get a little. Come on. Yeah.
I mean, we've actually, hi, I'm Nick.
You've been.
This is my wife Rachel and our son Leo. And we've actually been here before.
Of course you have.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't come as much as we'd like because our daughter, who's now
You don't
at
come as
camp-
much as we like either.
Right. Our daughter, who's now at camp for 4 weeks, has issues with coming to services.
Okay.
But
Like so
she's
many
now at
Jews.
camp. Yes. So
she must be a member of the tribe.
right, we're gonna try to make it every
Nice.
week now. So
Great.
in the summer.
So happy to have
It's
you.
tough when we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 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 Why not? Allie, pass on the mic. But wait, there's more. Go ahead. Go.
She's Miriam. She's Miriam. She's Mom. She's Sam. James and Sage.
Nice.
And we're spending the summer here, and we're really happy to be here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just moved into a new house.
Yay.
Let's not give the address.
Wow. Very exciting. Hmm? Yeah? Over here, pass it. One. I think we got one more.
Hi, I'm Adrian, and this is my wife, Jackie. We've actually been in Stowe since last March, but this is our second service. But we're excited to be here.
Great. Happy to have you.
We have a third member of the family coming in about, a couple weeks.
Shatova. Good. Be careful with her. She might go home with it. All right. So those at home, grab your kiddush as we say kiddush together. The words are on page 90. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon Hinchilanu zikaron lemaase bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu vacharta ve'otanu kidashta im kol amim V'shabbat kodshecha B'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat. Amen. L'chaim. Please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Go. Think about something in the service that you'd like to carry into the rest of your Shabbat. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom alechem. Heveinu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone at home.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, that's
Happy birthday, Auntie Pie. Happy birthday.
Katie started. Look at the picture of her. That's
You muted. We can't hear you. You have to
Some of
unmute.
these pictures I know are not them.
Yeah. Not current.
No.
So
Thank you. Good wishes.
Now we can hear
Is
you.
that Carol?
Who's Carol?
Was Carol there?
No, it's Auntie
No.
Pie.
Hi.
I don't know where Carol is.
It's Edie. Edith Ross.
Older couple.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Happy birthday, Edie.
Thank you very much. Rabbi, it's just a joy to be present at the services. Thank you. And look who I see. Look who I see right there. Hi, darling. So big. How did you grow to be so big and so tall and so old?
What?
How did that happen?
Edie's showing your belly?
No.
What's the secret to living to 94?
93.
Shabbat
When I
shalom.
find out, I'll let you know.
Okay, okay. Love you all.
I love you, darling. I love you and everybody. It's just wonderful, wonderful to be with you. I look forward to it all week. And if there's trouble getting on, which there often is, I'm aggravated, but finally get on. So it's wonderful to be.
Well, and then there were tech issues at the JCOG's end. We kept losing their sound.
From New York.
And they kept freezing. It wasn't us, it was them.
Yes. And Claudia, you must have had a facelift. You don't understand. Where are your wrinkles?
I have learned the techniques of using Zoom. First of all, you put the camera higher. See, other people the camera here, so you're looking down and it makes your face sag. You have to put the
Oh.
camera above, so you're looking up and it raises everything. The other thing is lighting. You never want to have light coming from the side. You have light. Oh, I've learned all the tricks. Trust me, I know all the tricks. Also, I
Look at-
only show you my good side.
Also,
Oh.
retirement.
Oh, yes, I retired. I quit my job.
Plus, there's retirement.
She's
20
near.
years off me.
Took 20 years.
Are you-
off and I retired.
I retired.
So you're, Claudia, are you fully retired now?
I took early retirement. I'm fully retired. I'm broke.
And are you yes. Are you loving every second?
Say again?
Are you loving it?
Well, it hasn't really kicked in emotionally because it's kind of summer vacation and I always get summer vacation. Right now, I'm not getting ready for next year's classroom, so that's nice. But ask me in
Yes.
September how I'm feeling. When the kids go back to
Okay.
school, when the teachers go back to school, then I might be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have quit. You know, I know I'll miss the kids, but I'm not going to miss all the COVID BS and the administrative BS. I'm just so tired of it.
Yeah, yeah. I think you did the right thing.
He's a teacher.
I think you absolutely did the right thing.
Thank
They
you.
can have a buddy system and call her during the middle of the week. Maybe someone here. I think she's.
Shabbat shalom. Are you leaving, Alice?
I am leaving. I'm going to do nothing.
Okay. You get 25 hours to do nothing. I love
have to
it.
hurry.
Hurry, you'll be late. You'll miss doing nothing.
This has got to be a New Yorker.
Talk to you soon.
Find out.
Mr. Eisner, Mr. Eisner,
Yes.
what are you retired?
Well, sort of. I have a few little jobs going. I retired from my cooking job. You see all my old frying pans there and stuff.
All right. Well, you could me anytime, anytime. Frying pans to good use. Put them to.
Thank you.
For moi. For moi. I will do you a favor, Mr. Eisner, and allow you to do that. How about that?
It's a deal.
I will do. Right, it's a deal. Where do you live? Where do you live?
We're up in Greensboro.
Where do you live, Mr. Eisner? Where do you live?
Up in Greensboro.
Where?
Greensboro.
In Greensboro.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's quite a distance from where I. You know where I live?
No,
in Plainfield.
That's not that far. We were just down to Groton for a few days.
And on vacation, obviously.
Yeah,
on a little
yes,
vacation.
We camped down in Groton.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. That is so nice. Yeah. Well, when you've recovered from the camping, you can see all those, look at all those pans. They are dying to make some food for me. The pans are just crying to be.
That's my collection. That's one of my collections. Yeah.
Well, it's quite a collection. Quite the collection. You have to be careful not to crack your head on it. Right.
Not that tall.
Well, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. This has been wonderful and delightful.
Shabbat
Thank you.
Shalom. I'm so glad.
I hope to see you all next Shabbat.
Yes, I'm glad we got to talk.
Yeah, it's nice to converse.
Yes. Yes.
This
good night,
right
everybody.
Size. This is the right size for a Zoom meeting. 3 people. 3 people. No more. Perfect.
No more.
Bye.
Mr. What's your name?
Good
I lost
Shabbat.
Mr. Eisner.
Yes,
and my. Pardon?
Yes, I'm listening.
I missed what you said.
Oh,
no, yes. So
good Shabbat, everybody.
Right. And it'll be a better Shabbat if you start cooking for me after Shabbat. Okay?
Okay.
Now, who's your other, who's your partner?
Jeannie, she's here.
Who is your partner in crime?
Jeannie.
I'm over here with the other collection.
I can't see it. I can't make
Can
it
you
out.
see?
So I can't hear you anymore. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Good night.
Good night.
She's a